Hi guys. This is Re-Lock. Today, I will demonstrate the very important things to do after Windows 11 installation. I just finished installing my operating system, which is Windows 11 Pro. The first thing we must do is to update and install the Windows device drivers. You can check it by opening your device manager. Notice these icons with exclamations. These are some of the things that we need to install or update the drivers. Let's proceed. Open a web browser. Search for Driver Booster, or you can directly go to iobit.com and select Windows Updater. We will choose free download. Free trial is very limited. Click free download. Click on free download again. Wait for it to download the setup file. Let's now check the downloaded file. The file name is Driver Booster Setup. Double click on it to install. Preparing for Driver Booster installation. Click on Install to proceed. I don't want to install Opera, so I will check No thanks. Click Next. It will now install the application. Driver Booster is a convenient driver updater for you. It can help detect and update outdated drivers efficiently. Plus, the scanning speed of this driver updater has been improved by almost 100%, which saves you more time to acquire your driver status. If you still need more convenience, you can activate the Auto Driver Update to get the latest updates in real time. You can subscribe if you want. In my case, I will choose No thanks. Installation completed. Simply click on Scan Now to detect and update outdated drivers. You can see the drivers' status are outdated. After scan, in my case it shows us that we have 15 outdated device drivers. Click on Update Now. It will now download and install the outdated drivers. It's very convenient, right? We don't need to search for the device drivers and install them one by one. This will take time, so just wait for it to finish the process. I will fast forward the video. Brilliant! Driver Booster has updated all updatable drivers for you. You can see that 15 drivers have been updated. Reboot now to take effect. Simply click on Reboot and your device will be rebooted automatically. After reboot, let's check the Windows device drivers for verification. Go to Search and enter Device Manager again. You can verify that all the drivers have been updated. You won't see any exclamations. Next process is we are going to install the applications. Open your web browser and go to nanite.com. This site is very useful. No need to download and install the applications one by one. We will simply choose, click and install, then we're done. I will just choose the very basic apps just for the sake of this demo. We will select by categories. For the web browser, I want to install Chrome and Firefox. For the media, we will select VLC and K-Lite codecs. This application is very useful for us to play different video formats. You can choose other applications based on what your need. You can choose anything you want since it's free. Once done, scroll down and click Get Your Nanite. Let's wait for it to download the nanite.exe. Once done, open the file. Now, simply double-click on the Nanite application and it will automatically download and install the selected applications. Notice the applications shortcuts that will be automatically created on desktop. You can see all the application we selected has been installed. Click on Close. Next is we will add the desktop icons. Right-click on Desktop, Personalize. Go to Themes. At the right side of the page, click on Desktop Icons. Now, check all the shortcut icons you want to add, then click OK. You can press Ctrl and scroll down and up to resize the icons. Next is you can change the color. Right-click on your desktop again, then Personalize. Go to Colors. You can choose your color. The default is light, we have the dark color. You can also customize it if you want. Next is the taskbar icons, which are in the middle. If you want to reposition it at the left like the previous windows, right-click on your taskbar, Taskbar Settings. Go to Taskbar Alignment, expand it, and you will have the option to move it to the left. You can reposition it in the middle again if you want. Next is the Scale Layout. Right-click on your desktop, then choose Display Settings. Scroll down and look for Scale and Layout. Notice the size of the desktop icons and the taskbar. The default is 150, you can change it to 125 to make it smaller. Notice the taskbar size and the desktop icons. You can set it to 175 if you prefer bigger size. In my case, I want to choose 125. You can pin icons on the taskbar. Right-click on the application you want to pin, then select Pin on Taskbar, or simply drag the application shortcut to your taskbar. You can add multiple shortcut icons. You can also unpin icons. Right-click on it, then click Unpin from taskbar. Let me change first my wallpaper. Next is you must configure your Windows Update. You must enable automatic update to ensure you're always running the most recent security patches. Right-click on the taskbar, then choose Settings. Scroll down and choose Update and Security. You can see that we're up to date. To configure the Windows Update, click on Advanced Options. You can enable receive updates for other Microsoft products. You can enable show a notification when your device requires a restart to finish updating. You can temporarily pause updates from being installed. This is up to 35 days maximum. This are all based on your preference. Next is the Disk Cleanup. Disk Cleanup is a computer maintenance utility included in Microsoft Windows designed to free up disk space on a computer's hard drive. Click on Search, enter Disk Cleanup. Click on the Disk Cleanup application. Select the drive you want to clean up. We will select Drive C, which is my operating system. You can select the files you want to delete. You will also have the option to clean system files. Once done, click OK. You will be asked if you want to permanently delete the files. Choose Delete Files. It will now clean your Drive C. Also, the recycle bin which we selected has been emptied. Next is we will create a system restore point. Click on Search, type restore point, click on Create a restore point. Notice that both device protection are off. You can undo system changes by reverting your computer to a previous restore point. You can create a restore point for specific drive. We will choose Drive C, which is the operating system. Click on Configure. By enabling system protection, you can undo undesired changes by reverting your computer to a previous point of time. Choose Turn on System Protection. Now you can adjust the maximum disk space used for system protection. The older restore points will be deleted to make a room for new ones. You can drag it to adjust the disk space. You will also have the option to delete all restore point for this drive. Before we apply, you can see the system restore is grayed out or not yet available. Now, click on Apply. Notice that the system restore is now available. You can see that the local Drive C protection status is now on. Now, let's create a restore point. Create a restore point right now for the drives that have system protection turned on, which in my case is the Drive C. Click on Create. Type a description to help you identify the restore point. I will enter restore point and add the month and date for my reference. Click on Create. It will now create a restore point. This will only takes a while. The restore point created successfully. Next process is if in case you want to restore the created restore point. Go to search, type restore, click on create a restore point. Click system restore. Click next. You can choose the restore point you want to apply. We only have one option which we just created. Click on it. You will have the option to scan for affected programs. Click on it to scan and view if you have affected programs. Scanning affected programs and drivers. You can see it's none detected. Click close. Now, click on next. Confirm your restore point. Your computer will be restored to the state it was in before the event in the description field below. You can see the details, the time, the description which we configured. The drive to be restored. If you have changed your Windows password recently, or after creating a restore point, you will use the old password before the restoration process. Click Finish and it will proceed with the restoration. Your computer will restart automatically. Well, that's all for today's demonstration, and I really hope you liked this video. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and click on the notification bell for more amazing tutorials. Thank you and see you in the next video.